Hello and welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't noticed, we are in a new place. So that means new things, new opportunities. And it's such an exciting time because everything is starting fresh. And right now, I'm standing in a new delphinium bed that's under construction right now. So I wanted to take the time to show everyone who's never made a bed before, or of those that have, how I make the bed, because it can be a daunting task, from laying out your line to digging up the turf. I have a little bit of technique for that, especially if you're using a shovel instead of a turf cutter. It can seem very daunting when it doesn't really have to be. So let me show you how to lay a line. I have a line and a couple bamboo posts out here. So what you're going to want to do is figure out where you want your garden bed. So just as an example, this garden bed is 45 feet long. So what I did, it goes all the way back there, I put in one stake. I got mason's line. You could use twine as well. I tied it off to the first stake, ran it all the way to the last stake, and then you can see behind me, every 4 to 5 feet along that line, I laid bamboo poles, or you can use sticks, laying down on the ground, whatever works for you. I like to have them standing. And then what I did is I took a tape measure and I went from one cane, I measured out 11 feet, and I would just stick a new stake. And the reason you want to do that, lay out your garden beds this way, is so you get a sense of space before you start digging and you can't really change anything. And it'll make things so much easier to move. It really does. Sense of scale, things like that. And it also gives you a way to test the areas you need to go into. Do you need to get a mower in there? How about your wheelbarrow? Can you get that through a certain spot? Like there's a stone wall, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, where I had to get my wheelbarrow up and through. And I want to make sure I can get a mower in there as well to handle the area. So I'm going to go ahead, show you how I cut turf with a shovel, because like I said, it can be a daunting task. And so with all the stakes here that I have, like I said, they're 4 to 5 feet wide. And each between space, I believe I have 10 spots. So if I didn't want to rush, it's also like a goal post. I can do 4 feet every day and it would take me 10 days. And it would be nice and cleared out. So why are you looking at this house while I'm talking about garden beds? Because I want to show you what a sight line is. If you look behind me, there is 2 windows. And the edge of the garden bed is in line with those windows. And what a sight line does for us as gardeners, if you can do it, it can make your garden seem bigger than what it actually is. It can aid as a focal point if you want to place something out in the distance. So what I did is look between both rooms and see how my view was down this delphinium bed that I'm making, just to make sure it's not blocking the window, and to really enhance the size of the garden, all visual illusions. I also wanted to show you, I mentioned wheelbarrow, a lawnmower. This is about 3 feet wide or so. And there would be nothing worse than making a bed and then not being able to move around that garden bed to either get to the plants or to another spot in your garden where you need to go. So always test it out, because you'll just cause yourself extra work if you do not. So put in a little bit extra time, run your wheelbarrow or lawnmower through there. See if you can get a nice sight line to really add some appeal when you're actually looking out from your house. It will make it that much better. All right, everyone, so what I do is I follow the line, marking out the edge with my shovel. What I do is make a big square. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, just so you can see what's going on here. That should be good there. Now the hardest part to this is actually getting started, because I'm gonna have to go down first, then over. I highly recommend that. The hardest part is getting a nice long line, getting that done. But you're gonna see here in a minute what I do. So say if this is our square, every foot or so, I will cut another line. That way, once I'm done going down, I can go across and just lift. It makes nice little squares. It is easier to handle. Have a nice sharp shovel with you as well. You need about it. Try throwing the turf in the wheelbarrow. So let's say I went all the way down. What I'm going to do is go all the way across. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not blocking the camera. See how easy that was. Now, you take turf like this, put it on the ground if you want to keep it, not just throw it away. And go grass to grass, dirt to dirt. Let it sit about a year, and it'll give you some nice loam. That's it, everyone. I have my work cut out for me today. Like I said, to make it more manageable, just do it by sections, 4 to 5 foot sections. You don't have to knock it all out at once. Give yourself a break. Enjoy gardening, or enjoy making that new bed a little bit, even though it may be a pain. That little dog finally stopped barking. I could hear it. I don't know if you could hear it in the video, but he finally stopped barking. Excuse me. Now, one thing, once you're done making your bed, lay out the compost of your choice to help enhance that soil. If the flowers or the vegetables, fruits, whatever they may be, need those extra nutrients, help enrich the soil, do it right the first time, because it will pay dividends in the long run and save you a lot of heartache at the end. I've tried to rush beds, just trying to cut corners in my younger days. It does not pay off. It just makes things a lot worse, whether it be weeds or plants not surviving because I didn't put down any compost because it was poor soil. So hopefully that helped, especially the turf lifting. Makes it 10 times easier if you do not have a turf cutter, which you can rent. But if you don't have the means, or just want to do it by hand, like I said, have a sharp shovel, makes things 10 times easier. So thanks for joining me, everyone, and until next time, bye-bye.